If your grocery receipt feels heavier than the bags you're carrying out, this video is for you. I'm going to show you how one cheap pantry staple, rice, can become 4 flavorful meals that save you money, cut convenience spending, and build real food preparedness at the same time. And if you're thinking, I don't like plain rice, well, neither do I. That's why these recipes are built for flavor. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you how this same system works with other staples too. Because replacing just a few convenience meals each week with food you cook yourself can help fund in just a few short months a serious, nutritious pantry that supports your household for a year or more. I'll put these rice recipes plus simple recipes for oats, beans, and pasta at cityprepping.com/rice. Most people do not realize they are paying a convenience tax on food every week. Just with rice, the math is obvious. A restaurant order runs about $7.68 per cup of dry rice that goes into it. A convenience pouch is about $1.87 per cup. Cook a regular grocery store bag yourself and it drops to about 27 cents per cup. Buy in bulk and it drops again to about 14 cents or lower per cup. That means cooking bulk rice yourself can save $7.54 per serving compared to the highest convenience option. Replace one convenience meal a day and that's about $52.78 a week. Replace 3 meals a day with pantry staples, and that's over $158 a week, or roughly $8,233 a year. That is real money, and it can directly fund a pantry that helps support your household for more than a year. Now, I'm not suggesting that you eat rice 3 times a day, every day of the week. Rice is just our example. The same pattern works with pasta, beans, lentils, oats, flour, cornmeal, canned vegetables, canned tomatoes, powdered milk, peanut butter, broth, bouillon, and shelf-stable proteins. As you build your pantry and cooking skills, you save money and lessen dependence on the fragile food system. Let me show you how to turn rice into 4 meals that give you calories, protein, fiber, vegetables, flavor, and comfort without feeling like bland survival food. French onion beefy rice with mushrooms. The first meal is French onion beef and mushroom rice. For this one, we're taking the idea of a French onion rice casserole and making it a little more practical. For this recipe, you're going to need 1.5 cups of uncooked rice, 1 can of low-sodium beef broth, 1 French onion soup, 1 can of mushrooms drained, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon black powder, 1 tablespoon of butter, and lean ground beef here because I'm cooking fresh, but you can also use canned beef if you're working from pantry storage. The mushrooms are optional, but I include them because you can use dried and rehydrated mushrooms, canned mushrooms, fresh mushrooms, or foraged mushrooms if you know what you're doing. Start by browning the ground beef in a pan and draining off any extra grease. Then add 1.5 cups of uncooked rice, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1/4 teaspoon black pepper, and let that warm up a bit. Then add your beef broth, French onion soup, drained canned mushrooms, and a tablespoon of butter. Stir everything together, bring it to a simmer, cover it, and let it cook until the rice is tender and the liquid is absorbed. If it starts looking dry before the rice is done, add a small splash of broth or water. Once it is cooked in about 20 minutes, let it sit covered for a few minutes. Fluff it with a fork. Mexican rice with vegetables. This is a staple where I live, often served alongside refried beans and whatever protein you're eating. This one starts with a simple tomato-flavored rice and then becomes more of a pantry meal when we add vegetables at the end. The mixed vegetables are simple, but they matter. They add color, texture, and more nutrition without making the recipe complicated. I'm using canned mixed vegetables here because they are inexpensive, pantry-friendly, and easy to keep on hand. For this recipe, you're going to need 1 tablespoon of oil, 1 cup of uncooked rice, 2 cups of water, 1 1/2 teaspoons of Knorr tomato bouillon, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. I use Knorr because that is the standard out here, and it is very shelf-stable. If you can't find it, you can substitute chicken bouillon in an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce and 1 1/2 cups of water. Start by heating about a tablespoon of oil in the pan, then add 1 cup of uncooked rice and toast it for a few minutes until it starts turning lightly golden. Add 2 cups of water, 1 1/2 teaspoons of Knorr tomato bouillon, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Stir all this together for about a minute, bring it to a simmer, cover it, and cook it on low until the rice is almost tender. In the final 5 minutes, stir in 1 drained can of mixed vegetables, cover it again, and let everything finish cooking together. Once the rice is tender and the liquid is absorbed, let it sit covered for a few minutes, then fluff it with a fork. Pantry red beans and rice. This is one of the most practical pantry meals you can make because rice and beans have been feeding people for generations. Rice gives you affordable carbohydrates and calories, and then beans bring fiber and plant protein, which makes the meal more filling than rice alone. This version is not meant to be a perfect Louisiana red beans and rice. It is a pantry-friendly version that gets you close to that flavor using simple ingredients you can keep on hand. For this recipe, you're going to need 1 cup of uncooked rice, 2 cups of water for the rice, 1 can of red beans drained and rinsed, about half a cup of broth or water for the beans, 1 teaspoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon Cajun season, and 1/4 teaspoon black pepper. If you want to build it out, you can add shrimp, chicken, sausage, ham, canned chicken, or leftover meat from another meal. I'm using canned red kidney beans here because they're inexpensive, shelf-stable, and much faster than starting with dried beans. You can use more traditional red beans or dried beans if time allows. Start by cooking your rice separately. Use 1 cup of uncooked rice with 2 cups of water. While that cooks, add your drained and rinsed red beans to a pan with about 1/2 cup of water or broth, 1 teaspoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of Cajun season, and 1/4 teaspoon black pepper. Stir everything together and let it simmer until the beans are hot and slightly thickened. If it gets too dry, add a small splash of water or broth. Once the rice is cooked, spoon the beans over the rice or mix them together if you want it all combined. If you're adding chicken, sausage, shrimp, or another cooked protein, stir it near the end and heat it through. Cinnamon rice pudding. For the 4th recipe, we're going to be going in a different direction with cinnamon rice pudding. I wanted one comfort food option in here because food is not just calories. Food is also morale. This uses the same pantry staple, rice, but it turns it into something cold, creamy, sweet, and familiar. Nearly every rice-eating culture has found a way to turn this simple grain into comfort food, using ingredients like coconut milk, mango, raisins, cinnamon, cardamom, sweetened milk, or whatever local staples people have available. For this recipe, you'll need long grain white rice, water, cinnamon sticks, evaporated milk, sweetened condensed milk, whole milk, vanilla extract, a pinch of salt, and ground cinnamon for the top. If you want to make this more pantry staple, you can use shelf-stable milk or reconstituted powdered milk instead of fresh whole milk. Start by rinsing 1 cup of long grain white rice, then add it to a saucepan with 2 cups of water and 1 large cinnamon stick or 2 small cinnamon sticks. Bring it to a boil, reduce the heat to low, cover it, and simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes or until the rice is tender and most of the water is absorbed. Remove the cinnamon stick, then add 1 can of evaporated milk, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 1 1/2 cups of whole milk, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, and a pinch of salt. Stir it over medium-low heat for about 20 to 30 minutes until it becomes creamy and thick. It will then thicken even more as it cools. Transfer it to a container, chill it completely, and serve it cold with ground cinnamon dusted over the top. How to save thousands. Now, the recipes matter, but the system matters more. This is where Budget Buster turns into a food system. Shop once, cook once, portion it out, and make the decision before the week gets busy. You could shop Friday night, cook Saturday morning, and spend 2 or 3 hours getting ahead. Make a larger batch of rice, prep 1 or 2 flavor versions, keep some in the fridge, and freeze some for later. The savory rice meals freeze well in flattened freezer bags. Let them cool, press the air out, label them, and freeze them flat. When reheating, add a splash of water or broth because rice can dry out. The rice pudding is the exception. I would keep that in the fridge because dairy-based puddings can change texture after freezing. This is not about becoming perfect. It's about removing a few expensive decisions from your week. When food is already ready, you waste less, use what you store, and make fewer last-minute takeout runs. Over a short amount of time, those small changes add up. If you replace just a few convenience meals each week with a few pantry staples you cook yourself, the savings over 3 or 4 months can help you buy the bulk food for your basic year pantry. Do not overhaul your whole food budget this week. Replace one convenience meal a few times a week with something you cooked yourself. That is how you start building margin, rotating your pantry, and turning everyday food into real preparedness. You're guaranteed to notice the savings by the end of the month. Rice, beans, oats, pasta, canned vegetables, and simple proteins can become a basic, inexpensive bulk pantry meal layer when you know how to turn them into food your family is going to eat. Keep doing that for a few meals each week, and the savings will buy the bulk food for a basic year pantry in just a few months. I'll put these rice recipes along with their nutrition values, plus simple recipes for oats, beans, and pasta at cityprepping.com/rice. If you want to keep going, watch these 2 videos next. I'm going to link to them in the comments and description section below and here on the screen. The first will show you how to make stovetop breads from Forever Foods, and the second walks you through 2 basic ingredients that can help keep you fed when things get tight. As always, stay safe out there.